Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks. Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Continuing Education, Bachelor's Degree Program, Elective Course, Rural Development, BRDE 101 Rural Development, Indian Context, Block 4 State and Rural Development, Unit 4 Rural Development Current Programs. 4.1 LMS and Objectives. Rural development is the key to develop the nation in developing countries. In a developing country like India, where more than 68% people are still residing in rural areas, and government is keen to play a vital role by initiating various development programs in rural India for the betterment of its people. The rural development programs ensure the people as stakeholders and their participation towards the development of the nation. The basic objective of this unit is to make you aware about these developmental initiatives. After going through this unit, you will be able to understand the need and importance of rural development for the growth and development of the nation. Describe its pivotal role for the betterment of rural mass in India. Discuss current rural development programs initiated by the government, and develop an insight into the perspective of rural development and involvement of the people as stakeholders in various programs of rural development. 4.2 Introduction. As we know, rural development is the main aspects to growth and development of a country like India. Since independence, the government of India has been tried to plan, implement and execute various development programs which directly and indirectly affect the people of rural India. Without the involvement of rural areas, India cannot prosper towards proper growth and development. There is a need to involve the people from rural areas in various capacities for its underscore development and ultimately for the progress of the nation. Government should involve the people from the rural areas as stakeholders for its various development programs which are being implemented for their own development. However, it is a fact that current rural development programs help the people of rural areas through which they can flourish towards the betterment and achieve the quality of life. There are various resources available in rural areas, and the same can be explored to utilize in best way through active participation of people at community level. As we know, agriculture is the main sources of their livelihood, but it alone cannot sustain the same in long run. Therefore, it is necessary to develop various non-farm activities or small-scale entrepreneurship activities and ensure the development and modernization of the rural society. 4.3 Rural Development Programs. After the independence of India, the Government of India tried to accelerate the growth and development of rural areas for the development of the nation. From the first 5-year plan, the efforts have been made to develop India through various means like industrial development, rural development, etc. However, the main thrust areas of rural development is to sustain the overall growth of rural India, in which main emphasis was given to alleviate poverty, to provide social security and development of basic infrastructures. In 2nd of October, 1952, the important initiatives were taken to community development programs through which various rural development programs could be implemented for the growth and development of the nation. However, the Department of Rural Development came into existence in the year 1974 as an independent department. The main aims and objectives were to provide various facilities to the rural people for their prosperity and development. However, since then the department have been shifted to various ministries, but the aims and objectives were the same. Even today there are various programs have been included with the aim of poverty alleviation, employment generation, infrastructure development and social security, etc. In present day context, there are two departments under the Ministry of Rural Development, namely Department of Rural Development and Department of Land Resources. Under the Department of Rural Development, there are various programs/schemes have been launched for the betterment of the rural people like poverty alleviation, infrastructure development in rural areas and providing basic social security. However, under the Department of Land Resources, there are various schemes related to development of wasteland, barren land and how the revenue can be generated from the available land resources in rural areas. However, after the 73rd Amendment of Constitution Act, 1992, there are different provisions related to devolution of power and ensure the active participation from the weaker sections in rural areas. It has also been guaranteed that I/3RD reservation to the women in 3-tier panchayati systems, and also reservations were provided to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, SC and ST as per the constitutional provisions. It has been experienced that the empowerment of rural women is key to the development of rural India. The women folk should lead the development initiatives in every sphere in family as well as community so that country can move forward towards the nation development. It has also been realized that there is a need to train the elected panchayat members about the various provisions related to their powers, its utilization and how it has impact upon the society. The Constitution has bestowed upon enormous powers to the elected members of the panchayats, for which they need to impart training for being implemented of various programs/schemes related to their own development in rural areas. Check your progress. 1. What do you mean by Rural Development Program? 4.4 Rural Development Current Programs. There are various rural development programs have been launched under the Ministry of Rural Development and other ministries for the betterment of rural people in India. The main focus is given to alleviate the poverty, ensure the social security and protection of women and children. Besides, the development of infrastructure is much more challenging tasks before the government. After the _73 Road Constitution Amendment, the need to empowers of weaker sections have given due weightage for the overall development of the people in rural India in general and the prosperity of country in particular. The important programs discussed in details are as follows. 4.4.1 Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, PMGC. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, PMGC, is an important component of rural development through which the rural people can avail various facilities at their doorsteps. The initiative has been taken to connect the rural people through linkage by roads, which will strengthen their network and enable them to avail better facilities in education, health and marketing of their rural products. The PMGC has been launched on 25th of December, 2000 with the aims of rural connectivity across India for broaden the scope of rural development and poverty alleviation. The salient features of PMGC are as follows. Decentralized planning. The 3-tier panchayat involves in planning for the rural connectivity along with the district rural roads plans, DRPs. It also promotes the interest of the rural people and provides their stakes for its maintenance. Standards and specifications. The guidelines have been framed to maintain the geometric standards, construction and maintenance of rural roads by using through various guidelines such as design and construction, interlocking concrete, gravel roads etc. Detailed project reports and scrutiny. Under the PMGC Detailed Project Report, DPR, is a condition to sanction the project in which government machinery is involved for clearance of the project and involve local people from its inception. Institutional arrangements. Rural Development Ministry is the key to implement the program in which National Rural Roads Development, NRRD, provides the technical and managerial support for its completion. Procurement process. Under the PMGC, a standard bidding document, SPD, norm is practiced. It ensures the transparency and accountability to the stakeholders for its implementation. The Indian Roads Congress also facilitates through its various provisions including e-procurement etc. Besides, the PMGC ensures its quality, proper maintenance, online monitoring, management and accounting system and operational manual and program monitoring for the betterment of rural population in India. 4.4.2 Swaranjayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana. Swaranjayanti Gram Swarozgar Yojana, SGSY, has been restructured as IGNOU, National Rural Livelihoods Mission, with the aim of carry out various development activities in sustainable manner with time bound in nature in rural areas. The salient features are Universal social mobilization through formation of SHGs. Through IGNOU, each and every BPL household to be covered under the SHGs network and ensure their active participation, which can strengthen them towards empowerment socially and economically. The social mobilization process will set up SHGs federations at the village level, cluster of villages, blocks, and districts. It will look after towards quality, help the SHGs members to articulate about their demands, maintenance of their accounts, conduct meetings and documentation of their activities. The SHGs have been linked with the banks in their locality to avail the credit facilities at their doorsteps. 2. Capacity building and training. There is a need to train those SHGs members for various entrepreneurship programs through which they can sustain their livelihoods in their own vicinity. There are various rural self-employment training institute (RSETLs) to be set up in each district to provide training and skill development and association with the local bank to build a new partnership. 3. Provision to enhanced revolving fund. There is a great demand for consumption and initiate various income-generating activities. It has been proposed to elevate the revolving so that the SHGs can avail various opportunities under these schemes. There is a provision to provide capital subsidy to those SHGs through federations or directly to the groups. Besides, the introduction of interest subsidy will be provided to these SHGs for on-time loan repayment by the SHGs members. 4. Strategic budge. Under this scheme, 2 strategic moves have been put forward to achieve the goal through demand-driven program, and states will try to alleviate poverty and develop own action plans which suited them the best. It also provides professional support in various stages and facilitates to cope with their consumption needs and plan for investment for various incomes-generating programs. This program would give emphasis on how to cope with vulnerable situations, expand their sustainable livelihoods, encourage self-employment and provide the skilled wage employment at the community level. You are listening to this audiobook on Audio Learn IGNOU.
V. Placement-linked skill development special projects under Ajivika. Over a period of time, it will try to assist the BPL families to increase their income level. It has been equipped the unemployed BPL youth through various skill-based programs and sustain them through self-employment. The involvement of rural poor to develop various skills which suited them based on their traditional knowledge and education to come out with new ideas and strengthen their skill to link with local market. However, these kinds of programs will encourage the BPL youth for various skill-based programs and ensure the income-generating activities at their own community. Y. Mahila Kisan Swashaktikaran Pariyojana. MKSP. It is a subcomponent of Ajivika to enhance the opportunities for women towards empowerment. It highlights the role of women in agriculture and recognize their contribution. Its main objective is to empower the women in agriculture, to create sustainable agricultural livelihood opportunities and manage their agricultural-based livelihood activities. In long run, it will increase their incomes, improvement in food and nutrition, increase the market access and increase the soil health for better agricultural practices in rural areas. 4.4.3 Indira Awas Yojana. Indira Awas Yojana, IAY, has been implemented since 1985-86 and incorporated as an important component of Bharat Nirman. Its main objective is to provide the shelter to the rural poor, those who do not have any land or people belonging to below poverty line, BPL. It also ensures the moral support for their physical and mental growth at their own vicinity. The Government of India has taken initiative to provide the shelter to the poorest of the poor and help towards poverty alleviation. However, the salient features are as follows. It is being implemented throughout the country except Delhi and Chandigarh. There are various slots have been allotted according to geographical location. The financial resources are shared between the central government and the state government in the ratio of 75:25. 2. As prescribed by Planning Commission of India, the program weightage is given to the shelterless and population from the BPL. The Grand Sabha has an important role to play in identifying the beneficiaries. 3. In this scheme, the underprivileged and SC/ST population have been given due weightage for allocation of fund and included as beneficiaries. It also gives more weightage to the female-headed family belonging to the BPL. 4. The beneficiary has to take own initiative to construct the houses along with smokeless chulha and sanitary latrine. A task force has also been constituted to look after its quality, time management and other required measures to be taken to provide the facilities to the beneficiaries. 6. There are provisions to provide homestead sites to those BPL who do not have agricultural land nor a house site. 7. This program has also been converged with various schemes along with Total Sanitation Campaign, Rajiv Gandhi Vidyutikaran Yojana etc. 4.4.4 Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment and Guarantee Act 2005. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, MNREGA, has been launched in the year 2005, with the objectives of alleviating poverty and ensures the at least 100 days work those who need and prepare to do manual work. Under this program, the rural poor has to demand the work and government is compelled to provide the manual work. If not, the government should be penalized to provide the unemployment allowances. The salient features are: it is based on legal framework. The government should provide unskilled manual work to adult rural household members. There is provision to provide minimum of 15 days work and maximum can avail up to 100 days manual work, otherwise the government is compelled to give the unemployment allowances. 2. The work has to be labor intensive. The contractor and machinery are not allowed to complete any kind of work under this scheme. There is a provision to provide creche, drinking facilities, first aid and shade provided at the work sites. At least 1/3 beneficiaries should be from the women only. 3. The Panchayati Raj Institution, PRIs, has a major role to play in planning, monitoring and implementation. The Gram Sabha should identify the beneficiaries at the grassroots level and at least 50% of works should be executed by the Gram Sabha only. 4. There is a system to monitor the work allotted to the Gram Sabha by internal and external members. It also closely monitors the procedures, pace and quality and address various alarming issues arise during the execution. It also included various leading public institutions to help and to provide technical know-how and sub-01 This program emphasizes the employment generation, enhanced wage earnings and regeneration of natural resources and how it has impact to the rural poor through its implementation. It focuses on increasing land productivity, recharging groundwater area and regeneration of forest-based resources which can lead towards sustainable development in the rural areas. In long run it has impact on the SC/ST and other minorities in land reforms to increase productivity and household income. Grievance redressal mechanism. Under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Audit of Schemes Rules, 2011 enabled the rural communities to monitor and analyze the quality, authenticity of the work done. The Gram Sabha is empowered to organize social audit through which the rural people can improve and devise strategies for the betterment of the scheme. There is provision to appoint an ombudsman who will be from the field of civil society and intervene on the various complaints received under this scheme. 7. Initiative taken to strengthen implementation. Through this act, initiative has been taken to empower the poor rural communities and transform traditional hierarchies which are being practiced till today. However, it tries to address various issues and reinforce implementation processes. It has been experienced that there are shortage of manpower at the level of Gram Panchayat, for which government has provided with 1 Gram Sevak and 1 technical assistance to all the Gram Panchayat. To increase the transparency and authenticity, the Ministry of Rural Development has initiated to utilize the ICT-based technical support and biometric database at the level of implementation. The payment norms in every fortnight through bank or post office are being initiated for smooth functioning. Besides, the involvement of PRIs for capacity building at the Gram Sabha level to empower the stakeholders for implementation of this program. It has also ensured to carry out the various activities along with this program like total sanitation, performance audit through C&AG and revised the guideline for its proper implementation. 4.4.5 National Social Assistance Program. According to Article 41 of the Constitution of India has provision to provide the public assistance to the needy. Under the National Social Assistance Program, the government provides the support to the old age, sickness, unemployment and other deserving citizens for their basic amenities. This fund is allocated by central government and state government at the ratio of 50-50. Under this program, there are 5 schemes, namely are I. Indira Gandhi Old Age Pension Schemes, IGNOUs. The person belonging to BPL category and the age of between 60 to 79 years are entitled to receive Rs 200/ per month, and those who are above the age of 80 years are entitled to get Rs 500/ per month as pension under this scheme. 2. Indira Gandhi National Widow Pension Scheme, IGNOUs. The widow under the BPL category and the age of between 40 to 59 years are entitled to get Rs 200/ as monthly pension. 3. Indira Gandhi National Disability Pension Scheme, IGNOUs. Under this scheme, BPL persons in the age group of 18 to 59 years with severe and multiple disabilities are entitled to get Rs 200/ as monthly pension. 4. National Family Benefit Scheme, NFBS. In the death of primary breadwinner of BPL family in the age group of 18 to 64 years are entitled to get lump sum amount of Rs 10,000/ one time only. V. Annapurna Scheme. The senior citizens, those who all are eligible to get pension but due to various reasons not getting, should be provided with 10 kilograms of food grains per month free of cost. Former President of India Dr. APJ Kalam visualized a model of service delivery mechanism to provide the urban amenities in rural areas at the grassroots level, and implementation would be done through public-private partnership along with the local people as stakeholder at the grassroots level. It included the Gram Panchayat or group of Panchayat to get the basic urban amenities at their doorsteps. However, the salient features are I. PPP as distinguished features, with the aim of providing to develop basic infrastructure and upgrade the efficiency level of private sector for management of assets and services at the grassroots level. Within the 3 years period, these private sector should develop the basic infrastructure and maintain it for another 10 years, and slowly same should be handed over to the Gram S1:1. On sustainable basis. Its main objectives is to create various livelihood opportunities for the BPL youth in the rural areas at their doorsteps. 2. Infrastructure and economic activities. Under this provision, the public-private partnership should provide the basic amenities at the rural areas like water and sewerage, construction and maintenance of rural streets, drainage systems, solid waste management, skill development, develop various economic activities, village street lighting, telecommunication, electricity, linked village tourisms, integrated rural health and rural market, warehousing and rural economy-based projects to be developed. 3. Selection of project areas. With the consent of state government, the private sector to adopt any Gram Panchayat at the initial stage for various development activities, and funding should be provided through Ministry of Rural Development, non-Ministry of Rural Development schemes, private financing and capital grant under PURA. There should be agreement between the Gram Panchayat and the state government about the facilities to be provided at the grassroots level about the various urban amenities in the rural areas. The entire stakeholder, including the local people, has their involvement in the form of designing, planning, implementation and evaluation of the project. 4. Role of PRLS. Panchayat Raj institutions, PRLS, have an important role to play for implementing the project at the grassroots level. It should provide all the clearance and approvals required for its implementation. It should support the private sector about the basic amenities to be required for implementation, and finally certify the various completed works done as per the agreement. Check your progress too. 1. Briefly describe the salient features of PURA 4.4.7 Watershed Management Program. Under the Department of Land Resources, Parthasarthi Committee had been set up in 2005 to study irrigated and rain-fed farming, and it was found that more than 60% of farming is depend on rain-fed. It is fact that farming depends on rain-fed cannot guarantee the return the farmer's investment. The Ministry of Rural Development has given much more importance to the Watershed Management Program. All land-based development programs and the Land Reforms Division were brought under this department. This department has been implementing 3 area development programs, namely Drought-Prone Areas Program, DPAP, Desert Development Program, DDP, and Integrated Wasteland Development Program, IWDP. With the guidance of Planning Commission, National Rainfed Area Authority, NRAA, framed the common guideline for watershed program for all the ministries/department based on the report of Parthasarathi Committee. Drought-Prone Area Program, DPAP. Drought-Prone Area Program, DPAP launched in the year 1973-74 with the aim of minimizing the adverse impact of drought on the production of crops, productivity of land, availability of water, livestock and human resource. It promotes overall economic development and improving the socio-economic condition of the resource-poor and disadvantaged sections inhabiting the program areas through creation, widening and equitable distribution on the resources base and increased employment opportunities. Till today the Drought-Prone Areas Program, DPAP, is under implementation in 972 blocks of 195 districts in 16 states. The funds were shared on 50-50 ratio basis between the central and state government. Desert Development Program, DDP. The Desert Development Program, DDP, was started in the year 1977-78 both in hot desert and cold deserts. In hot sandy desert, sand dune stabilization and shelter belt plantations were given greater weightage. On the other hand, in cold desert areas, since rainfall is negligible, crop cultivation and forestation were taken up only through assured irrigation. In these areas, the main activity was development of water resources through construction of channels for diversion of water flow from glaciers and springs to the fields and lift irrigation works in the valleys. Its main objective to restore ecological balances by conserving, developing and harnessing land, water, livestock and human resources. It seeks to promote the economic development of village community and improve the economic conditions on the resource-poor and disadvantaged sections of society in the rural areas. Its major objectives to mitigate the adverse effect of desertification and adverse climatic conditions on crops, human and livestock population and combating desertification. Besides, it also implement development works through the watershed approach for land development, water resources development and afforestation. It is being implemented in 235 blocks of 40 districts. It is a centrally sponsored program and funds are released to the BRDE/Zilla Parishad for implementation of the program. Integrated Wastelands Development Program, IWDP. This program as started in the year 1989-90 with the aim of developing wastelands/degraded lands on watershed basis, keeping in view the capability of land, site conditions, and local needs, to promote overall economic development and improving socio-economic conditions of the poor and disadvantaged sections inhabiting the program's areas, to encourage village community for sustainable community action for the operation and maintenance of assets created and further development of potential of the natural resources in the watershed. It is being implemented in more than 470 districts across the India. Integrated Watershed Management Program, IWMP, based on Parthasarathi Committee, Planning Commission and National Rainfed Area Authority, NRAA, framed common guideline to adopt, modify the watershed schemes in the year 2009. This program consists of Drought-Prone Areas Program, DPAP, Desert Development Program, DDP, and Integrated Watershed Development Program, IWDP. Its main objective is to optimum use of resources, sustainable outcomes and integrated planning for the better use of available resource at the grassroots level. LT is a demand-driven program and main emphasis is given to identified PEP/DDP areas, total treatable wasteland, maximum cover of SC/ST population and rainfed areas. There are various committees have been constituted at state level, district level, project level and village level for its smooth implementation at the grassroots level. 4.4.8 Rural Drinking Water. 11th Schedule of Constitution entrusted to address the issues like availability of water, poor water supply. In 2009, National Rural Drinking Water Program, NRDWP, came into existence and main emphasis was given on household level drinking water, proper use of surface water, groundwater and rainwater harvesting etc. It encourages water conservation methods, convergence of all water conservation programs at the village level. The local panchayat is empowered to manage the rural water supply, preserve and harvest the rainwater etc. It covers mainly sustainability, quality, natural calamity and support to fulfill the interest of the rural masses. The allocation of fund is provided at the ratio of 90-10 by central government and state government. It has given main emphasis to rural SC and ST population, states under PAP, DDP and special category of hill states, including Northeast India. Rural drinking supply is one of the main components of Bharat Nirman through which the rural people will get the drinking water at their vicinity. It ensures that habitations once provided with drinking water sources and systems should not be suffered further. The program enabled the rural community to shoulder responsibility in management, operation and maintenance of water supply systems at the village level has been adopted. The rural community has been empowered to bring awareness through information, education and communication, IEC, to tackle health pro-EMS due to poor drinking water quality, hygiene, sanitary survey and importance of environmental sanitation. It also ensured to provide water testing kits to panchayat and train the grassroots level worker on water testing etc. The ministry adopted various means to create awareness including community radio, audio and video messages on clean drinking water etc. 4.4.9 Rural Sanitation Program. The Central Rural Sanitation Program, CRSP, was launched in 1986 with the aim of improving the quality of life and endow with privacy and dignity to the women in rural India. LT provides the large subsidies to the BPL families to construct sanitary latrines. The program revised and renames as Total Sanitation Campaign in 1999 with people-centered approach. This program accentuates on information, education and communication for demand generation for sanitation facilities. Under this program main emphasis was given to school sanitation and hygiene to bring forth the attitudinal and behavioral changes among the rural masses across India. The main components of Total Sanitation Campaign consists of IEC, individual household latrines, community sanitary complex, school sanitation and hygiene education, Anganwadi toilet etc. The active participation of women and adolescent girls in the program has been emphasized with particular components for them. It involves the features for the differently able children and collective achievement of safe sanitation and includes marginalized populations including SC/ST and women. The main focus is given on total sanitation in rural areas to attain the target of Gram Panchayat. This program is targeted to achieve the goal before 2015 through strengthening the participation from grassroots level with proper support of budgetary allocation. The 4th of April 2010 Technology Development Extension Training, TDEP. In the age of globalization, technology plays a pivotal role in the development sector. In India, there are plenty of wasteland which needs to be developed for its better use and agroclimatic capability of land. This program was started in the year 1993-94 in the areas of food production, fuel, firewoods in sustainable manner with the help of technology. Its main objectives are to develop database of wasteland, to implement of location-specific projects, to disseminate of research findings, to evaluate of impact and organize various awareness campaign, seminars/workshops and publicity its various published materials among the rural masses to avail the facilities under the scheme. The schemes is being implemented through various institutions including university IES, public and private partnership with 100% funded by central government. There are various programs are being undertaken like agroforestry, cost-effective technologies, promotion of medicinal and herbal plants, treatment of lands through vermiculture and biopesticide etc. The projects are being regularly evaluated in half-yearly basis and based on feedback various strategies are taken for its improvements of the degraded LD towards better use. There are various rural development programs/schemes have been launched in rural areas to upgrade the standard of living. However, the programs like Haryali to increase the greenery, strengthening of revenue administration and updating of land records through use of computers etc. Check your progress. 3. 1. What is the importance of technology in development? The 4th of April 2011 Prime Minister's Rural Development Fellow Scheme, PMRDF's the Ministry of Rural Development has taken initiative to recruit young professionals to work at the grassroots level on various rural development programs/schemes to work for disadvantaged sections and minorities. Its main objectives are to work with district collectors in various rural development programs and build them as a development facilitator at the grassroots level. Through this project, the fellows will function as facilitator and engage on help the stakeholders for their rights and entitlement at their community level. It will help the SHGs on capacity building and encourage them to initiate various skill-based entrepreneurship programs. Besides, the fellow will conduct baseline survey at the grassroots level to ascertain the felt needs of the community and help the district administration in local level planning. They will also assist in implementation of various poverty alleviation programs and undertake action research to know more appropriate ways to deliver the services at their doorsteps. You are listening to this audiobook on Audio Learn IGNOU 4.6. Let us sum up. In a nutshell, current rural development programs is initiated by the Ministry of Rural Development and meant for the people those who are residing in rural areas. It tries to uplift the BPL families with various programs/schemes includes promotion of livelihood, create awareness on health issues, health, proper infrastructure development etc. It emphasizes on empowerment of women SC/ST and other weaker sections in rural society IES through these programs. Besides, it also tries to ensure the social security and increase the purchasing power to cope with various social problems in the society. Through these programs the rural people have able to claim their stakes in various development projects/programs and ensure their active participation in various. Thank you. We will see you in the next video.